beasts in the game are the huge giant crab.
Huge giant crab.
I know, right? That's just what it's called. The sperm whale, which is like Angajuk, and the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Nice.
A classic.
It is a classic as far as I'm concerned.
Just because we'll never be able to transform into it, I just want to see the stat blocks of a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I'm a sucker for the classics. T-Rex!
I was going to say, speaking of classic, do we want to get to this week's episode of Reflex Save?
All right.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
All right.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Do we remember what
Yes,
happened
please.
last week?
Yes, please.
Yes,
Please?
please.
Okay.
We
Well,
we made it to the island that Oriel lives at and learnt that it is probably built by giants, so that is interesting. And we got some words of wisdom from Angajuk. And then Wodun went on a solo adventure into the darkness. Whee!
Not the smartest decision, but certainly a brave one.
A very Wodun-esque experience.
It was certainly a very Wodun decision. What I would also say is that you did sort of gloss over one thing.
Nah.
Carnelian didn't die.
Carnelian didn't die.
Yeah.
And you were able to fix my viol.
Yeah. For today.
Violin. You specifically said
It was a
violin.
violin that day, I believe.
Today it's
I
a
wrote it
viol.
down.
There you go.
Alright.
The amazing changing instrument. So the very last thing that happened was that Wodun had stepped up to the hold of the ship on the aft side, and there was a darkness, some sort of darkness magic that was permeating right in front of him. So he did something that probably should have thought about, but he cast daylight into that area. And given that spell beat the level of darkness magic that was in the area, it countered it, at least for the duration, I think, of sunlight. How long does sunlight last?
Daylight is 1 hour.
And is it a concentration spell?
No, it is not.
So, yeah, that particular right in front of you is just bright sunlight filtering out. So the last thing that did happen as you cast it is a screech emanated from the hold below you. Like you've just flashbanged
Villain.
yeah, just like, I was going to make a joke about some sort of like screeching cricket.
Sounds distinctly like her.
And you now stand in front of a doorway with stairs leading down. On the right, you can see a closed door. And as it hooks around to the left, you can see some further stairs disappearing down. I wouldn't say into darkness, as now there's a bright light emanating right in front of you that casts shadows down there. The screeching abruptly stops.
So I'm at the top of some stairs,
Yes,
and down the stairs is like a left-hand turn sort of thing with more stairs.
Correct.
So I can't really see into the room.
no. So what I might do is move you onto a map.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I've got you in two areas. Can you see?
I can see a lot on the first area and very little on the second.
Yeah, so that represents you being outside, and then the next one is like being at the threshold of the door. So you can see right in front of you is a door to you're facing us, so right, so it's on your right hand side as you're looking in, and then curving around to the left, you can see there must be another set of stairs that leads down.
Okay. So where did my daylight end up?
I
I
would-
think I chucked it. I think I was saying like 10 or 15 feet in front of me.
I think the only place it makes sense is like on this wall here, right opposite you.
Okay.
That's that. Otherwise, you wouldn't have seen it. So I think, for the purposes of the narrative, the daylight spell emanates from that middle wall that curves around. So light is obviously being shed down the stairs, from what you can see.
Okay. Well, so after the spell goes off and I can see that there's a wall right in front of me, I'm going to quickly hook around the corner and see if I can see where the screaming was coming from.
Okay. So you hook around the corner.
Hook around.
As you run down the stairs, you see the hold of a ship laying out before you. There seems to be some sort of almost wet, moist texture to all the wood on the inside. Maybe even like slime, like kind of a seaweed gloss. But that is quickly overtaken by a figure in front of you that looks to be a shambling mound of seaweed hair, and it sort of looks up at you and creaks its neck at one angle, and you see it open its mouth with razor-sharp teeth and two bulbous milky eyes stare at you.
Gross.
It opens its mouth and goes, "Roll for initiative!"
Oh shit, just me?
I suppose everyone can roll for initiative if they want.
Sure.
If you give me the option, I'll gladly take it.
Wodun.
15.
Otcliffe.
Oh god. I forgot they were with us. They also have water walking and water breathing.
Okay, that's good to know.
They
Whoa.
got 19. Oh wait, no, that's 18 maths.
Math. Carnelian.
20. Non-natural.
Horatio.
7.
7. And Svieta.
17.
Okay.
Some good inish.
Okay. So, that is some pretty good inish. Carnelian, you're going first.
Cool. Do we hear anything to indicate that a fight might have started? Like, I don't know, the witch hag.
Screeching.
You don't know what this is. Roll a perception check.
I'm good at these.
You hear that screeching?
That's only a 10.
All you see when you're looking at the boat, you guys are all... I assume you're all looking at the boat.
Yes.
And you can see Wodun had hopped off of Angajuk. Angajuk had sunk into the waves. And you saw Wodun sort of bend down. It looks like he was doing something on the deck. And then he moved to the rear. And then you saw a flash of light emanating from one side of the ship, the aft of it. But you don't hear anything else.
Would there be windows down there that maybe would be illuminated more than... Because you said it's late afternoon or afternoon?
It's late afternoon.
I mean, perpetual twilight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think with a 10, it's not good enough to make out more than that.
Okay. So Warden isn't, like, obviously in danger yet.
Well, he disappeared from your sight after the flash of light.
Did he cast a spell?
I mean, you can't see from there, but you basically saw him walk up to the back, flash of light emanate from Wodun, out towards him, and then he disappeared as he walked forward.
Should we be worried? Asking to the rest of the group. Should we be worried about that? A flash of light and then Warden disappearing?
I mean, considering he's got dark vision, he shouldn't need the light, so probably.
Exactly right, Svieta.
That is a good point. Alright.
Now, you are about 200 feet away,
I would like to mount Chucky,
right?
and then we will...
Oh, who also has water walking and
he,
breathing.
he shares any single target spell that targets me exclusively, or it gets shared with Chucky automatically.
Perfect.
But that's not exclusive to you because it's shared to everyone.
But she would have cast like a separate instance on...
With waterworking, I believe it targets multiple at once.
It does.
The
Up to
ability,
10.
he's got it.
But if it's up to 10,
Yes.
he'd be included
it's
anyway.
fine. He's
Yep.
included twice.
Okay. Just saying.
He can breathe the atmosphere.
A giant weasel moves at 40 feet, so I will just have Chucky double move 80 feet down the pier.
Couple problems. So he's down the pier, so he makes it to the end of the pier after, say, 20 feet. You guys are just on the very edge of the dock that you're at.
Right, okay.
So that means that you're now faced with you have to go, if you want to continue further, you have to go out onto the water. Couple of issues. This dock is very high. It's about 20 feet to the sea below you. If you decide to use your water walking and jump off, you'll take fall damage to 20 feet. If you decide to dive into the water, ignoring the water walk, I'd like you to make a athletic, or Chucky at least to make an athletics check to see how he lands. It's a long way down.
That is a long way down.
It's a big dock.
It is a big dock.
Huge.
No way to climb down then?
You could find it's a smashed dock. No, not really. It's made out of ice.
Alright. Let's attempt the jump into the...
Alright, so have it with Chucky's stats, I guess.
Yeah.
Athletics.
That is only a 9.
So what are you doing here? Like, what is he going to dive into the water? Or is he just going to jump down?
We'll have him, jump down to, dive into the water and then hop out.
Yeah. So with a 9, though, I mean, you think about this height above the water. You know, it's unless you know what you're doing, you can kind of hurt yourself with that kind of dive. And unfortunately, with a 9, I'm going to say Chalky takes a bit of damage. 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As he doesn't quite make the graceful dive into the water. Starts to scamper onto the very, very cold water. Actually, both of you also make a Constitution save, and one condition here.
Yeah.
So, one of the things that you notice as you jump into the water, the freezing cold almost instantly reaches your bones. Like, it is even more so than stepping out from Ungadruk's bubble under the sea. The cold really, really feels like it's impacting you. So roll that Constitution for both yourself and Chalky.
It was a 15 for Chalk and a 11 for me.
So Chalky's okay, but you take 1 point of cold damage.
Sucker.
Do you have any concentration spells going?
No. So that's going to eat into the Morning Lord's Blessing. That's Lathander. MVP of this campaign.
Breaching out of the water, you feel like, man, having to resist cold effects really sucks right now. And you keep running a further 60 feet across the water.
Yeah.
Can you get Chucky to do an acrobatics check for me as the waves are rolling and roiling and he's just dashing across the water?
Sure. 20.
20. Okay.
Actually, I think that's a 25. Because is he proficient in the check, or just... No, he's not proficient in any saving throws. It's just stats.
It was a skill check, so it was acrobatics.
Oh, no, his only skills are perception and stuff.
So whatever his dex is.
Yeah, so we just throw it, so 17. Sorry, 20.
20. So, but he easily scampers up the choppy waves and makes it 60 feet forward. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Right. After Carnelian, I'm pretty sure that Andy would like Wodun to go next, right?
Sure.
Too bad.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Svieta rolled higher than me anyway.
Yeah. And too bad that rolling higher than Svieta is one of the creatures at the other end that you can see. This,
What about Otto and Dovecliff?
yeah, still rolled higher than that too.
One of them.
So stepping out of the darkness, a creature, it looks exactly the same as the one that's in front of you. All twisted up, almost like seaweed, and its exterior starts to shimmer as if some kind of effect was put on it. It steps forward to you, and you can see that some of that seaweed falls away, and you see the thin, scraggly body of some kind of humanoid creature, and the seaweed changes to long, grey, disgusting hair. But the sharp teeth and the bulbous eyes still remain, as well as two long, craggly claws at the end of very thin arms.
Scraggling and Craglin.
Scraggling and Craglin.
That's their name.
I was about to say that.
I would like you to do me something. Do me a favour.
Shan't.
Okay. Well, I would like you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Woo! 18.
You see as this creature steps forward, the milky eyes turn inky black as it stares right at you. And you feel this wave wash over you, and almost like icicles drill into your mind. But you steel yourself and shake it off, and you're not affected.
Oh, yeah. Nice try, you freak.
She walks forward,
Spaghetti woman.
Spaghetti one.
and she tilts her head almost at an unnatural angle and stares at you. Otto and Dogcliff, it's their turn.
I want to delay them till after me. Svieta.
Okay. Then Svieta, it's your turn.
Svieta would like to mount Otto.
Oh,
Try to? I think she can.
Is Otto large?
He is large now.
he is now.
He's in
Yeah.
charge.
Then, yes, you can.
If he'll let me.
Make a... No, it's not really an animal handling check, he's a monstrosity.
I'm going to say to him, be willing, and jump on him.
Let me up.
I mean, if it's not animal handling, wouldn't it just be diplomacy?
Persuasion.
Please no.
I'm going to say
he'll let me. He's my boy.
Yeah, he's your boy. I'm going to say that you can't directly control him or anything like that. Like you've got to spend an action at least to tell him what you want to do. Like indicate, point, and depending on how he reacts, will be depending if he does it.
So I'll climb up on him.
Yep.
And then first, because he can't rotate his eyes, I'll go up beside him, and then I'll point.
His head just turns 360, like 180, and just looks at you.
Actually, probably. And then I'll just point to the boat, and throw a fish, so he goes that way.
The old fish on a rope trick.
Make
Dangle it in front of
a persuasion check with advantage. I'm trying to
Can it
work
be
out.
animal handling?
Well, he's not an animal though.
He's mine.
I know. That's
Okay,
why
I'll
I'm
do
trying to work out
I'll
what this would be.
I'll do a persuasion.
Your choice, maybe.
That's okay. I'll do persuasion.
Yeah, with advantage.
My hand's pretty persuasive. 17 for a 16.
Okay, so you see his eyes as you're mounted on top of him, his head swivels right round to look at you, and you throw the fish in the water, and his head snaps back forward, and he dives forward. Get him to make a athletics or acrobatics check to dive into the water.
That's gonna be so good. Be based on strength.
Can I say athletics? Yeah.
Oh, and his sheet doesn't have athletics, so.
Yeah, so just whatever. Yeah, you're right.
It's good. Some good strength.
12.
Side by side, Otto and Dogcliff leap into the air with Svieta on Otto's back, and they jump into the water. Are they just diving under the water or just hitting the ground?
Hitting the ground.
Okay.
Like the solid lads they are.
So they don't take any, they don't dive under the water. So they don't have to make a constitution check. But they do take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as they just belly flop onto the water.
God.
I was supposed to type in calculator, but I typed in dog for some
Dogulator.
Yeah, I imagine you see pictures, you see gifs of dogs that slip on the ice, and I imagine that's what Dogcliff did. He's did a tumble, and he's like, no, I'm good. And if they can use all their movement and dash for their turn.
How far can they dash?
So their speed's 40, so
they're just at the same point as...
Yeah.
So roiling sea again, so acrobatics check please to see if they slip up. Because it's not a calm surface.
You're not a calm surface.
Whoa! Got him!
Yeah, you can imagine it if you had a bunch of hills in the distance, very short, sharp hills that were changing and moving.
That would be very hard to run
It would be
over.
difficult, to run over. So I'm giving you a chance of not making it difficult terrain, basically.
Alright. What kind of check, sorry? Acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
I rolled a 19.
Okay, so just like Chocky, Otto and Dogcliff are able to nimbly scamper between the waves that are breaking, and they also make it your side by side with Carnelian and Chocky. The animals charging forward towards the boat. But they're still 120 feet away.
There's not much I can do about that.
Just like a chalky milkshake, only crunchy.
Okay.
That's it.
It is now the creature that's standing right in front of Wodun's turn. The blue creature. The same...
Kraglin.
Kraglin.
The same shimmering effect starts to happen, and then this creature that looked like a mass of seaweed also changes to look very similar to the creature that you have. And it steps forward as well, and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, sick grind.
Oh.
Like that result.
Do you have a point? One of the inspirations?
I do, but is this worth it?
Well, if it kills you, then yeah.
I mean,
Or charms you.
there's still quite a few turns.
We can only have one inspiration point each. It's better to spend them early.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Here we go. Son of a bitch.
Oh my god. What was that?
I rolled a 3 and then I rolled a 4.
Alright.
4, a 9.
Okay, so...
I'll check that inspiration off my thing.
Thank you.
Cool. Cool.
That creature looks at you, and you can see its hands move up, and it starts to whisper something. And it curls its finger and then points at you underhandedly, and you feel like your will to resist mental effects is affected. You have disadvantage on wisdom saving throws now.
Oh, no.
And you have disadvantage on attack rolls against that creature.
That creature specifically?
That creature. Okay. And it steps forward in your face.
Oh, Craiglin.
Doing Craglin.
Alright, Wodun, it is your turn. The very first thing I need you to do, before you do anything else, is make a wisdom saving throw.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Using this dice over again. Oh my god. I rolled a 19 on one die and a 1 on the other.
Oh my god.
For a 6.
Okay,
Shit.
so one of the things that you need to know now is that you are frightened. You
I'm immune to frighten.
Wow.
That's
Nice.
true.
No, it's not true.
Nice.
So you have now the frightened conditioned on top of whatever's affecting you as well.
Oh yeah, cool.
Big old scaredy cat.
Friend creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. Can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
And I'm going to say that is the second creature that you can see. That's what you're frightened of. That's the first thing. That's the first one you saw in this way.
You're talking about Craglin? The one in my face?
No, the red one. This was the first. So when the creatures stepped out, they had this sort of shimmery thing that happened, and that was the first one you saw in this way. So that's how I'm ruling this.
Okay.
So Redland.
Red person.
Scraglin.
Yes.
Scraggling.
So you're frightened. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna run back up the stairs. So my daylight spell is not affecting them at all.
Doesn't appear to be.
Okay. Yep, alright. And am I familiar with this creature at all? Can I...
Roll me a Arcana check. Or a Nature check. One or the other. You choose.
I like that it's a little panicked man. Like
I know. I saw it and I'm like, that's it. That's the one.
What was I rolling, sorry?
A Nature or an Arcana. You choose.
I'm going to go for Arcana. So that is a 11.
You have no idea what horrific thing is in your sight right now. It's
Alright.
just some monstrous creature that the very sight of chills you to your bones and causes your knees to buckle, and you turn around and run.
I'll scream out, "Spaghetti woman!" and I'll sprint up the stairs.
It takes an attack. The blue one takes an attack of opportunity at you.
Yep.
Do you have your shield up?
Yeah.
I would assume so. Yeah, at this
I
point.
think I specifically said that I did last time.
And I would assume going into this situation, you would throw your shield up here. All right. 18 to hit.
Just hits.
Just hits. Okay. Ten points of slashing damage. There goes your Morning Lord.
Yeah, bitch.
Not my morning, Lord.
So it would be 5, 10, 15 to that point there. 20 to be back out on the deck. So now you've appeared on the deck. I would say Svieta and Carnelian are definitely close enough to see you burst out of the entryway.
Did they hear my spaghetti woman cry?
Roll a perception check, you two.
Okay.
Just on the wind. Spaghetti woman!
That is a 13. I should be good at these, but I'm not rolling well.
22.
Okay, so Carnelian's too focused on getting Chocky to be navigated through the choppy swell, but Svieta, you're trusting in Otto to guide his own way there, and so you're listening and watching intently, and you hear "Spaghetti woman," and then you see Wodun burst out from where he'd entered in with light shining behind him. You're not close enough, I think. 120 feet is probably not close enough to make facial features out, I imagine.
Probably not, but Carnelian can see Sveta's face just scrunch up in confusion, and I'll just yell at him while we're on our way. Just spaghetti woman.
What the hell is a spaghetti woman?
Can I roll animal handling?
I think spaghetti woman is unfortunately too vague to make some sort of check.
Sounds tasty.
What's a spaghetti?
I don't know.
What's a spaghetti?
It's a spaghetti.
Wodun, you've moved 20 feet. You still have the rest of your movement and an action remaining. What would you like to do?
Let me just read frightened again. I guess I'm going to just... Well, first I'll look around and make sure that I've got assistance on the way.
Yep.
And seeing that I do... I don't want to cast fly. Maybe not yet. So I'll take the rest of my movement to run as far away from this door as I can.
You've got another 10 feet, basically. So where would you like to move? You've got the map in front of you? You should be able to remove your token.
Oh, yeah. So I'll run to the edge of the ship and my remaining 10 feet away from the door, but to the side of the ship where my allies are coming from so that they can see me clearly and I can see them clearly.
The starboard side, yes.
Sure. And I will use my action to hold an Eldritch Blast if I see them come up the stairs.
Okay. Alright, that's your turn?
Yeah.
Couple things sort of happened there since you prepared an Eldritch Blast. So you turn around and look and hold your spear. Is it the spear that emanates the blast, or is it your hand, or?
Let's say while I've got the spear out, maybe it's the spear would hold it. Because it's made of magic anyway.
So the spear is holding this charge of Eldritch energy, and you don't have to wait long to get a chance, because appearing in the doorway, framed in the sunlight that you had cast just down below decks, is one of those creatures, also no longer looking like a lump of moving seaweed, and it looks at you. Before anything else happens, make your attack. The source of your fear is no longer in range. So
line of sight.
Line of sight, so you don't have to do disadvantage.
That's probably going to be a hit. Dirty 20.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
nice
a hit.
change of pace.
No, that's changing.
Yeah. It's because I'm using my not cursed dice.
I mean, how long until that one's
We will
affected?
see. You'll see. So that's one blast. Oh, jeez.
I think you only get them.
No, you get multiple.
I get two.
It's how.
2 for Eldritch Blast.
Oh, yeah.
We're at the level.
Yeah, it's just the spell.
19 on the second.
So both of them hit.
Both hit.
And bang,
cool.
2 Eldritch Blasts lance forth from your spear and impact on the gross, disgusting creature.
Yeah, I imagine he's sort of while he's got the spear in hand, he sort of shoots it like a... I don't even know what it's like, but it pulses from the end of the spear.
A really big one.
Really big wand. Oh, it's pretty good damn.
Yeah, damn.
Oh, it's just flat. So 14 points of... What's that, bludgeoning? Force.
This creature, the impact smacks onto its body, and it just lets out this very sharp and surprised screech. But then it looks as if you could tell very, very angry, and its gaze levels itself at you. And when it does, you can see the eyes are framed with some sort of blackish, greyish, bluish framing, and she then lets out another screech. Roll a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Not bad. 14?
Ooh, okay. You feel this terrible, terrible wave wash over you, and this sickness that starts at the pit of your stomach. But again, you're able to push those thoughts out of your mind, and as you do, you just almost instantly feel exhausted, as something looked like it was going to affect you pretty seriously there.
Can I just ask as well, do I get a save against Frighten? Like, how do I break Frighten?
At the end of your turn, so from your next turn starting, you'll get a chance to resave on the Frighten check.
Oh, so that was me resaving then? Or?
No.
Oh, okay.
So your next turn, at the end of your turn, you'll get another save. So now every turn that ticks over, when it gets to your turn, at the end, you get to try and save.
Okay, but not this turn.
Not this turn, no.
Okay.
It just happened.
Cool.
Horatio, it's your turn.
Is it possible for me to hear the spaghetti woman?
I don't think at this sort of range it might be possible to hear specifically Spaghetti Woman, but unlike before when everyone else was like just sort of seeing Wodun ambiguously run into the deck, I think now with Wodun bursting out and firing 2 Eldritch Blasts, that's probably enough for you to know that he might be in trouble.
That's a sign. I'll take it. I'm just gonna... everyone else is doing it. And I'll just jump off the pier. I'll take the hit. I ain't give a shit.
Alright.
Hit me.
Just jump 20 feet to the floor below, and you're not diving under the water, yeah?
No. Cannibal, take the wheel!
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
And then I just start running.
Okay. If you're running...
Yeah, dashing.
Make a acrobatics check, because otherwise you'll be moving at half speed for difficult terrain.
Acrobatics, I am.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. 18.
18. Okay, so you are also able to duck, dodge, and weave between the rolling surf, and you're able to make your full complement of movement as if you were unimpeded.
Ripper.
That's 60 feet, yeah?
Yeah, 2 times 30.
So you're 140 feet away now.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Blah, 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 blah. No. That'll do me.
Okay. It's Valine's turn. She just saw everyone jump into the sea floor and belly flop their way to damage. So she takes out some rope from her pack, finds a sturdy rock to tie it to, and cast a rope down so she can climb down the rope.
She's so sensible.
Looks sturdy. We'll find out. I think that was the action to do that. Interact action. She'll start making her way downtown, climbing slow. Well, it's climb's half speed, isn't it?
Climb is half speed.
It's 20 feet. So she does... No, she gets to the last 5 foot of rope. And she just drops the last 5 foot, so she just drops down, and now she's at the dock itself. So she's still 200 feet away. But she's on her way. Carnelian, it's your turn.
Okay. So because Chucky and I move at the same initiative, we kind of established that people at the same initiative, we can choose in which order we act in, right? So can I just let Chuck... Is there a spot on the side of the boat that is got rigging or ropes or maybe a jolly boat or something that is would make an easier point to climb up?
So you're looking for a ladder or anything like that sometimes gets thrown over the side. I'm going to do a luck roll first. 50%. There's a 50-50 chance there could be something like that on the boat.
Sounds bad.
So 51 and over?
Yeah.
20%. Unfortunately, on this side, you don't see anything that's easily scalable. It looks like it is a wooden deck. Does Chucky have a climb speed?
No, he does not.
Okay, so you think that the way it's beached... Also, remember, this is beached basically on its keel.
Yeah.
So it's quite high up out of the water, and it's not an easy climb because it sort of spreads outwards first. I would say he would need to make an athletics check, and he would at best be able to move at quarter speed to start with. You may find that if you go to the other side of the ship, there may be something there for you that you could climb up, but you can't see it at this stage.
There's no anchor or something with a chain?
Not that you can see. Not on this side of the vessel.
Unfortunate.
So you can move 80 feet, right?
Yeah, so we will use Chucky's...
Oh, hang on. So you weren't coming from that side. I just put you guys there.
Oh, okay. Where are we coming from then?
That's what I was calculating in my head. So you're 120 feet away before?
Yep.
Which means that at max speed, you would now be 40 feet away from the boat, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, I think if I can't see it on one side, I'll change tack to
Yeah.
move towards the other side.
That's
of the
okay.
boat.
But on this map right now, see 5, 10, 15,
Are we
20,
coming?
25. You're coming from the starboard side. So right now you're not on this map because it doesn't have enough length.
Yeah.
But you can just tell me, do you want to move stern or aft? And that's what the direction you'll head.
Wait, sorry, are we coming... Oh, yeah,
You're
yeah.
coming side on.
I think we will... where's Wodun standing?
Yeah, Wodun's sort of in the midship.
Midship.
Yeah, I
okay.
was on the side that you would be approaching from,
Yeah.
so you would know where I am on the ship.
You can see Wodun, like, it's very high up out of the water, and as you approach, like, you know this will happen. Like, you can see him now. Once you get to within maybe 10, 15 feet of the boat, he will be, like, effectively covered by being too high up out
Yeah.
of the water. So you can see him right now, though.
Okay.
You're 40 feet out, and I'll just put you on the side of the boat which you're approaching when you actually make it to this far.
Yep. I think we'll move towards the prow of the boat.
Prow, okay?
Yeah, to try and start moving around it.
I'm just going to put you up this side, because that's where you'll be approaching from, yeah?
What's the prow, for those who don't know?
The front of the boat.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So prow is front, aft is rear.
Okay.
Okay, anything else you like to do? You got double movement,
I am exactly...
No, you're not, because you're not on the map yet, as I said.
Oh, right.
This is just
that's where we're
representing the
coming from.
direction you're coming from, because
How
that's
far
like
away am I from Wodun?
about 40 feet from the boat. So about...
Okay.
Yeah. So you're a little bit further than that.
Here, so we're going to be like...
And he's up to it.
Yeah.
Alright. Can I see the spaghetti woman yet? Or is she, like, hidden in the stairwell?
I think she's hidden in the stairwell at this stage.
Carnelian will pull out his crossbow on his turn and just get ready to fire if a target comes close to Wodun.
Sure.
Or if a target, comes out of the stairwell.
Sure. Okay. And that's it?
That's it.
Okay, well, let's see.
Wait, one sec. What kind of... what's the range of it? Because I might have... Because I do have... 60 feet. Yeah, I will tell Wodun that that he's very cool and can definitely handle this fight.
Okay.
And give him bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Was that at this stage?
It is a 1d8 that you can add to any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check.
Cool. Thank you.
That might come in handy.
So you can use it after you rolled the d20, but before Callan tells you if it's a pass or a fail.
Right.
Okay. All right. That's your turn.
Yep.
All right. Well, you're not going to get a lot of time necessarily to have to hold that action, nor to worry about that save, because almost like bursting out of the doorway and just crawling on top of the other creature, the creature in red crawls out. So first things first, you can try and take a shot. Now this would be, what's your range increment?
It is a 80 feet for the first range increment and 200 feet for the second.
Okay, I think you're within your first range increment, but I will say that
Partial cover?
there is at least maybe even half cover, because look at where that creature is. You can probably only see the top half of it from.
I don't think half cover is a thing. I think it's
There's
Oh,
partial.
no, I think partial and half are the same thing in this.
I think there's 3/4 cover as well.
Well, it's
you
half,
go.
3/4, and full.
Let me see. Creature with half cover, creature with 3/4 cover. Okay. I think then it'd have to be 3/4, because I was thinking it was the second one. It will have 3/4 cover, because you can basically only see like the top part of it. So that'll be a +5 to its AC.
Alright, let's take the shot. No,
No. Ain't good, dude.
that won't.
The bolt sails wide overhead as you're trying not to hit Wodun, who is in that sort of direction as well, but you don't hit him. This creature stumbles out, and it looks at you with the same eyes that you saw before. So Wodun, make me a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Do I get the inspiration every time or just once?
Once.
Once, but you can choose on which once you want it.
Yeah, you can choose when to use it, basically.
Oh, I think I'm okay.
Remember, once I announce whether you pass or fail, you can't use the inspiration.
16.
What did you roll last time?
14.
Yeah.
16.
But it might be a different thing.
Usually not.
Based on the spell casting.
Yeah.
Alright.
Real quick question, was that with disadvantage?
Yep.
Okay.
My other one would have been a 24.
Okay. Once again, that horrible feeling in the pit of your stomach forms, but you're able to move through it. You're frightened, very frightened at this point, but you're standing your ground bravely. Svieta, it's your turn.
All right.
I didn't have Chucky roll a acrobatics check. Could you just roll a quick acrobatics check for me? Sorry.
18.
Okay. Apologies. Just wanted to make sure he was close
It's
enough.
all good. I would like to have Otto... Actually, can I see the spaghetti women from here?
I think you'd need to get closer. Like, you'd need to be in the range of where Carnelian is
Alright.
to see enough distinct features. I think 120 feet's a bit far.
I mean, you can shoot a longbow at somebody
You
from
can.
that distance.
That's a target, but like finding distinguishing features and identifying something's quite tricky.
Oh, I thought she meant for, like, casting a spell. Not...
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, casting a spell, you can see it, yes.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
great. So, because it's Sveta's turn before Otto and Dogcliff, I would like to cast a spell.
Yep.
I've forgotten what the spell is, because I was thinking about other things.
Abracadabra.
Yeah.
Moonbeam.
No.
Get an extra bean on the field.
I didn't take Moonbeam.
Oh.
I couldn't risk the extra man on the field.
You couldn't risk killing beloved actor Rowan Atkinson again.
Again.
Again. He's taken too much. I would like to cast Guiding Bolt,
Okay.
which is a
Nice.
range of 120 feet.
Yep. I think with the angle of the boat, you might be just out of range, but you could hold it until you're in range for Otto and Dogcliff to move first.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We'll do that. I'll have them, when it is their turn, I'll have them race the 80 feet.
Otto and Dogcliff, I think, are still convinced by your previous persuasion and still charge towards the boat.
Good.
Roll your attack for Guiding Bolt, and it is going to get a +5 cover.
Well,
Come on, baby!
I get a read. Oh,
do something. This is such a hard dice to read, but that is a 19.
Nice.
is that the Great Bunch die?
It is my blueberry.
May I inspect?
Well,
Thank you.
the bloobs did work in this particular instance.
Oh, yeah.
You do hit.
Cool. It's like a grape shot from a boat.
So, I need extra d4s. I'll just pin some of yours, Sandy.
These 4s or 6s?
D6, sorry, I'm just bad. So, he can, or she, whatever it is.
It.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a woman, let me tell you.
Can you take 12 radiant damage?
What if I don't want to?
We'll do it anyway, and on its turn,
Yep.
the next attack roll made against the target has advantage, because glittering light blinded it. I don't
Hell
know.
yeah.
Nice.
Guiding bolt is a good spell.
Okay, so that's the red one.
Yeah,
That's a nice beacon light.
it would have been like this, like off-colored golden ray that like hit it.
Okay. Duly noted.
So it took 12 radiant damage, you say?
It did.
Okay.
46 on a first level spell.
Not bad if you can
That's
hit with it, yeah.
pretty
That's
tight.
great.
Alright, is that your turn?
It is.
Bursting out of the
Closet.
doorway.
Coming out of his cage.
Crawling
Doing
across
just
the
fine.
deck, the blue thing emerges.
Wait,
What?
where did it come from? Up the stairs.
No, yeah, it came up. It had a lot. It was very close to the stairs.
Okay.
There's a lot more movement. And once
What?
again-
Doesn't matter.
It stares at you. Roll me. Actually, I think it's going to step right here. But roll me that wisdom saving throw.
Jeez. Alright, might use me. Inspiration. Yes. 17.
Okay.
Nice.
That was clutch.
Once
Yeah,
again,
Needed that. Thank you, Carnelian.
how much was on the save? So I can know.
What was that?
Like, how much was the inspiration?
5. Was it? Wait, 5 or
Yeah,
7?
5.
Yeah.
5, okay.
You would have been 12 otherwise.
Okay. Good for me to know. Alright. You once again steal yourself from whatever it is that these things are trying to do to you. And the fact that it keeps trying is somewhat terrifying. But it is your turn. And now the source of your fear, which is the blue one, is right in front of you.
I'm gonna like put my shield between me and it and say, "Get back, you foul beast!" and attack with my spear.
Roll to hit with disadvantage.
First attack, 18.
That's a hit.
Second, even better, 23.
Okay, that's a hit and a hit.
Shit, disadvantage. On
Yeah,
fire.
But
yeah,
when
yeah.
you're scared,
job.
you really lash out.
I know. I get aggressive.
Gotta get him in a corner.
Easiest fight in the world, nothing but like 2s and 3s. Mortal peril. Help me!
So first hit, 9 points of piercing,
Magical piercing.
magical piercing.
Magical
Do you have a
piercing.
+1 on your spear?
Yes.
Was that taken into consideration?
Yeah, it's done automatically.
Yes.
Second stab. Was that exactly the same?
Yeah.
9, yeah. 9
So-
piercing.
Total damage is 18.
Yeah.
Nice pokes.
Good.
Good
Good
pokes.
poke.
Good
Yeah.
pokes.
Do I have anything else I can do? Do. I'm trying to save all my stuff, which is why I'm not using all my features and spells and things. But I think that's about all I can do.
Alright. So you get another save against the frightened condition. So roll me that wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
So we throw with disadvantage. That's pretty good. 16.
Alright. So, the gruesome appearance of the creature in front of you causes you to be frightened, but now that you've given it a couple of good stabbings, you feel emboldened, and you are no longer frightened of this creature.
Oh, God, you're not that bad. Actually, kind of attractive.
That
You
is
stabbed it. Bloody
that is untrue. But
objectively untrue.
you also can no longer be affected by its horrific appearance for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Alright,
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
so it is the green one in the doorway's turn, and it sort of really, it's pissed. All this stuff it's trying to do doesn't seem to be working. You didn't take the damage that you thought it was going to do for you. So,
Is this blue? Kraglin?
green.
Oh. I don't think he has a name. Or she.
You don't know yet.
Stanklin.
Stanglin.
Well, they didn't introduce themselves, so how are we to know?
Now well, we named them. Stanklin.
I mean, we have to call you something, right? We can't just say, "Hey, you over there."
Spaghetti woman.
Okay. The spaghetti woman back here,
Which one? Green.
Green.
Oh, so back in the stairwell.
yep, runs up the stairs, turns to you, and starts casting a spell.
Starts casting, but doesn't.
It does complete casting as
Okay,
well.
alright.
You hear it, and it's again, once again, and these sort of like purplish tendrils start leaping out of its hands as it sort of turns and casts and throws almost an invisible shockwave emanates from it and hits you. Roll me a wisdom saving throw, no longer with disadvantage.
19.
Wow.
19. Okay, let's
My
just
wisdom
see.
saving throw is not bad.
You're bloody holding your own up there.
You don't need us.
Yeah, take your time, guys. It's fine. I can do this all day.
Oh, damn. Yep. No, you resist the effects of whatever it is. So, as the invisible shockwave hits you, images in your
Turn my
mind...
shield towards it.
It doesn't matter. Your mind starts playing over images of things that happened to you over the last couple of weeks. How you got so close to death with the bullet. How you fell in the dark cabin, falling down and nearly falling off a cliff. The moment that Svieta got reduced to dust. All these things come to you in an instant, and it's like a terrible nightmare that plays in your mind. But once again, you steel yourself to it. Okay. Horatio, it's your turn.
I'm 140 feet away still.
You are, yeah. And if you want to move closer at full speed, you need to make an acrobatics check.
Yep, and that's exactly what I'll do.
Okay, acrobatics.
13.
13. I'm going to say you just missed the DC there, so you're going to have to move at half speed.
Okay. Now I'm 110 feet away.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much else I can do. I'm getting close to being within range of stuff and things, but... Right.
You did have to double move too, yeah.
Yep, I will end my turn.
Okay. That means it is Wileen's turn. She's going to roll as well. What is her wimpy
Arrows
wizard?
flying everywhere on the map.
Yeah.
Measuring arrows.
Unfortunately, she also rolls a 14, so she can only move at half speed, so she's now 170 feet away on the surf. Carnelian, it is your turn. You are approaching the prow of the ship, and you're 40 feet away, which is just off this map, but if you move... If Chocky's able to get a good roll, we'll be able to put you on this map properly.
Yeah, okay, so I'm just looking to see where I... Alright, I think I am going to, before anything, Carnelian is going to attempt to use the Wand of Web to throw up a web up on the deck to try and ensnare all three of them.
Okay. What do they all need to save, or...?
So the web is a dexterity 15 save, and it is a 20-foot cube.
So that catches all of them. Does that catch Wodun as well?
I think it does.
It's probably have to.
Where
they're standing. Yeah.
I think it has to, yeah.
Alright, so Wodun, also make me that dexterity saving throw. Let's see. Well, it is my turn to be a son of a bitch because all three of the creatures saved.
Wow.
Oh, dang.
I got a 12. What was the save?
15.
Oh.
Wodun is now webbed to the deck.
The web just comes flying in from a range and just lands on his face.
Look, if I can recognize that all three of them passed and Wodun didn't, I'm just going to instantly drop concentration.
Okay.
Just,
Oh, what was that?
no more of that.
Does it force you prone or anything like that, or just sticks
It's
you?
restrained.
Okay, no problem.
And then, if I can't see any way to climb up...
You know what you basically just did to Wodun? The Superman S thing. You basically just did that, and then he was just like, "Oh, that was weird."
And then, we're going to go, move towards the boat, but to go, around the keel.
Roll the acrobatics check to see if he can move at full.
That's only a 12.
So half speed. So if Shocky's double moving, I'd say to where I pointed at. All right, that's Carnelian's turn.
Yep.
Good attempt.
We'll give more bardic inspiration as Chucky moves past as well. So you're doing great. Don't worry about the web.
He turns around. There's strands going from his cheek to his shoulder. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, gross. Okay, so it is now the red creature's turn, and she steps to the side. And you might need to have that inspiration sooner than you thought. Make me a dexterity saving throw as she starts to cast a spell, and lightning emanates from her hands in a line all up the deck. She casts Lightning Bolt.
Oh god, I don't think I'm going to beat this even with the inspiration.
Why couldn't you roll that shit when you had the wisdom saving throws?
Because my wisdom saving throw is good, my dexterity saving throw is not.
I'll remember that for next time.
So that's a 3 for a 4.
That's not going to be enough. Okay.
I'm not even going to bother with the bardic inspiration for that one.
Well, you're going to take 8d6 worth of damage.
Yeah, lightning bolt is no joke.
She's a scary spell. Good spell. Classic spell, actually.
What type of damage is it?
It is lightning damage. Okay. Yes, as lightning bolt should be.
Yes. Yeah, right, sorry.
Sorry, you threw me there with your question. I was like,
Is it a lightning spell or a thunder spell?
Yeah, pretty much.
Thanks, Callan.
He's been waiting for ages to hurt you. He's loving this.
you resisted some pretty serious shit already, so...
oh man, thanks for tanking all of that, Wodun.
No worries.
I reckon he's put up with a lot.
25 points of lightning damage. Burst across your face.
I'm unconscious.
Holy shit.
No, I'm not really.
Holy shit, your constitution's worse than I thought it was.
was a significant chunk, though.
Okay. Well, that was its turn. Svieta, it's your turn.
Oh,
You are still where... So are you also approaching the prow? Are you going to go to the aft, or are you going to go straight on?
I want to get a better view of the red one.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order for me to have it not be undercover, where would I have to go?
So it's always going to have some kind of cover being as high up as it is, but if you get within, I'm going to say, let's say 20 feet of the deck, which would be this line on the map basically here, right? If you get within that, if they're right on the deck like where Wodun and that red one is, they'll just basically disappear out of your sight just because of the perspective trick.
Okay.
Everything else is going to get the 3/4 cover until you get higher up and you can get over the deck.
How high? She's also sitting on top of an owlbear.
But remember, this boat is right on its keel in the shallow water,
It's true.
so that's anything up to I think it's 30, I was reading it up before, I think it's 40 feet.
Well, that's fine. I actually will stay... I'll stay within that line of sight. I'll get a bit closer to
Yep.
the boat on Otto.
Yep, to the fore or aft side. Sorry.
I'm not going to use boat terms because
Front or back?
the back...
The back,
Are
okay,
we
so you're on the
approaching
opposite
the
side.
Maybe
port
on-
starboard?
So I'm just going to say you're approaching from down here, yeah, with Otto?
Yeah, but I still want to be able to see that red one.
You can still see, as long as you don't go beyond this line.
Alright, so I'm directly parallel to it.
So just get Otto to roll a acrobatics check just to see if he moves at full speed or not.
Otto, do better.
The mathletics.
Athletics.
For athletics.
Yes. 11.
Okay, so he can't move at full speed, but he can basically get you to virtually where you are, 25 feet off the starboard side of the ship.
That's the worst. Thank you.
That's
Well,
arguably worse.
Take the win.
he tried his best. He does still have stumpy legs.
It's true. They did really well to get this point.
But seeing as no one attacked that red one, and it's still relevant, I get to attack it with Guiding Bolt with advantage.
Okay, go for it.
Hell yeah.
So again, it does have +5 to its cover, but you can still see it.
Get advantage.
I'm confident. I believe in you.
Thank you.
Me too.
Natural 20.
Hell
That is
yeah.
a critical
I love
hit.
the confidence.
That's what you need.
You earned it.
Yeah.
Never in doubt. Never in doubt, mate.
I'm gonna borrow these again.
Mm-hmm.
16. 27 radiant damage.
Fucking shit.
Damn, that divine damage working.
And it's still the glittery goldness, the beautiful ray that comes out of it. And it'll again have advantage to
Actu-
anyone attacking it next time.
Actually, I would also like you to please roll me a wisdom saving throw, just given where you are.
You're good at this.
Yeah,
You're probably the best of the party. at this.
I would hope so.
I still believe in you.
Thank you. I hope I
I
can-
believe
Never
continues.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
12. 13, actually.
Yeah, stop that.
13.
Definitely 13.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You also save. So that
Yes!
did go through.
It's the spaghetti
That
lady.
sounds like 12 is the fail.
The frightening appearance of this creature almost had you in fear that you couldn't willingly go closer.
Oh, God.
But you steal it out, and you can't be affected by the frightening appearance for 24 hours.
Yeah. I rolled a 6 and I did my maths wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else you'd like to do?
There is nothing more I can do.
Alright, it is the blue one's turn.
Did you kill the red one, or is it just mortally wounded?
He's mortally wounded with glitter around him.
I'm going
It's
to...
bleeding profusely, but it's beautiful.
That glitter is never coming out.
No.
Alright, so, Wodun,
Yeah.
I'm going to keep trying this. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
He want you dead. Okay, so get ready.
15.
Alright, you feel your body stiffen as if some sort of paralytic spell was working its way through, but you managed to shake it off.
Only one part remains stiff. my spear arm.
It is your turn now, Wodun.
Alright, so. How are these guys looking?
Not
For
great.
for a spaghetti pile.
The spaghetti pile is not looking great.
Okay, so after the last spell, or the last thing cast on me where I had those, like, images flashed, like, forced onto me, it just made him really mad that, you know, after all this, these, like, spaghetti women had just come out of nowhere and trying to, like, disrespecting us. So he's super focused now, and he's gonna, like, just go to town on this one right in front of him with his spear, just swinging like a madman for a 26 to hit.
26 hits.
And then the second one, not as good.
Remember, you can Bardic Inspiration if you want.
What do we reckon about a 14?
I feel 50-50 on it.
Yeah,
I'll leave it.
I'm
I'll
gonna
leave
do
it.
50-50.
Wait, how long does this last for?
10 minutes. So plenty of time.
Alright, I'll leave it as a 14.
14 hits just.
Yeah.
2 hits.
Okay, what am I rolling? Spear. These guys. First hit. 10 piercing. Second one, 8 piercing.
Nice.
18. Okay.
Very nice. Fuck, you've stabbed it pretty badly. That's 30. That's another 18 points.
No, I'm still going to be conservative with my spell slot, so I will leave it there.
Okay. What I'm going to do is it is now the green thing's turn. You guys still haven't identified what these are. It's
Well, I figure I can't roll multiple times and, like...
no, you can't, but other
Yeah,
people can.
okay.
Carnelian hasn't really gotten a good look yet.
Well, I'm going to say another lightning bolt is going to come your way, and it will be upcast to 5th level.
Oh my god.
Yeah, try it.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. Watch out. How is that another fucking 3? What do we reckon the DC is?
That time.
Alright, I probably can't hit that. I'll just leave it as the 3.
I would offer you my inspiration point, but I feel like you might waste it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's
For sure.
confidence.
This was the dice that was rolling well before, so he's out now. He's lost all ability.
To be fair, you saved against some very scary effects. So I need 10d6 now because it's upcast to 5th level.
No, I don't want
Yeah,
to offer you any
Wodun was
dice.
like furiously swiping away at this thing after taking a lightning shot. He like looks back at this other thing, like sees it like summoning some lightning as well, and he just grits his teeth and like braces for impact.
I need to get you like a hat with a copper coil on it.
Yeah.
That's you.
You just charged my battery.
32 points of lightning damage.
32.
Are you okay?
So Wodun like takes this blast, and it's just kind of this second one was just too much for him, and he sort of like drops to a knee and like slumps against the side of the ship, and his clothes are like smouldering.
Jesus.
Unconscious.
Unconscious.
And dying. Alright. Things just got really interesting here. Wodun is unconscious and dying on the deck of a shipwreck, sitting on some rocks. The closest person is Svieta at, say, 40-odd feet away, but she's down at the bottom of this deck, so it's going to be a hard climb to get up there. Carnelian is making his way around the prow, hopefully to find something easier to climb up on the deck as well. And your main healer, Horacio, is still a good 140 feet away, was it?
110.
110. He's making his way there, and you're going to really need those healing spells next week on Reflex Save.
Oh god.
Dun, dun, dun.
I like the power word heal, which is the 9th level bard spell, where it just you regain all your hit points, and if you're like paralyzed, you're not, and if you're prone, you're not anymore. It's just like
wow.
screaming at someone to get better.
Yeah.
Like, be well.
Universal healthcare!
Hey everybody, My name is Jeff, and I run the Big Campaign Stories podcast. Our story focuses on 4 people working at a repo company, trying to keep afloat among a corporate dystopia and crushing debt. The world is one that we have been playing in and working on for a long time. The current homebrew setting is played with Pathfinder 1st Edition rules, but with more of a modern feel to it. Think something like Blade Runner or Snow Crash, but with magic. We try to release every Thursday, and when we cannot, we come up with small side episodes focusing on each character to help expand the world and lore. So, if you like greasy breakfasts, people trying to pay bills, and the occasional Lovecraftian monster, give us a listen. Alright, thanks.